Hello guys, so let's make it quick. First, happy holidays and new prediction for next week. This is the S&P, the weekly last prediction. Because it is stretched to the upside. We wait for a reversal. We didn't have the trigger yet. So it still was a continuation. We saw the divergence. You can see it here. This is the divergence for the upside. And this is the cross. So this is the big candle. And it managed to cross above. And now if we examine it, we can see this is the stochastic RSI. This is the simple stochastic, so this is 97.10 and this is at the close 98.20. So there is no divergence, so it means continuation. Even though we can see the stochastic did a cross, you can see slow K is below the slow D, and could be interesting. We can see this the candle. There is a starting of a fight between the buyers and sellers. You can see the tails from the upside or from the downside. If we check the daily how it looks, you can see it. This is the big rejection candle we have been waiting for. And this is inside candle. So nothing much. Just that if we have another red candle for the downside, could be another indication for running for the upside. So if we take Fibonacci extension, you can see it could run to the 465 even 462, usually the 50%, touch it and create divergence for the upside, and then continue higher to break for the 480. Momentum is positive, which is good. So if we check it for the 4-hour chart, you can see there is only a support at the moment. We managed to break and almost reach all-time high, which it is the 480. And I think many people believe it can do so. There is no divergence. This is a sideways move, so it could be both ways. It could accumulate and then try to break, making small profits for time. For I don't know if it made a lot of profit there. Prediction was that we're gonna see a continuation higher because of the divergence, and this is a nice pullback for we wanted to be for the 466. It reached here and bounced up, but didn't manage to close above. So sellers in the house maybe, but not that much. There is no divergence. Momentum start to be negative in the short term, so it could be interesting. So at the moment, still follow the trend, which is strong to the upside. So be very careful, because we knew that every pullback will immediately get bought. So the first pullback, second pullback, maybe we're gonna see the final pullback for the 466, and then trying to break for the upside for the new year. At the moment, the S&P is still strong, but if it closes below the 472, it can try to make a pullback for some dynamic support from below. So 472 is our key level, which means below this yellow here area. But even if it will do so, there's a lot of opportunity to buy it from the 470, 468, 70 and stuff. and then continue higher, so be very careful with it. So even if it will make another, and this is a nice red candle, you don't see it here, but when you see a nice green candle, you can see continuation. So maybe now, if it won't break it here, we could see the start of the pullback. But we need to wait for it. Let's check on the 1 hour chart how it looks. Let's make it bigger. You can see it here. This is a break of trend, so it could be retest and then below this, close below this, another retest here. Do we have divergence? I think we do, right? This is 87.77. This is 95. So we have here, yes, it means I think it will reverse. So don't think this will be a big drop, not yet, just reversal, because we have a higher high here, lower highs, and then lower reversal for here, lower highs and higher highs. So this is a double divergence. Probably gonna see it moving back. Try to test the 467, 68. Yeah, 468.80 probably, and which is the low here. And then try to see if it holds. You can see the profit taking here, and this is just the profit taking, which is good. So next week, which is a little bit short, probably gonna see a more selling pressure to the downside, even though you can see here the buy, the big tail, but closing below this one, going down. So let's make it more quick for the Qs. Let's see if we have something else with the Qs. The Qs is much stronger. Let's check immediately at the 1 hour chart what we see here. Same goes. Let me see, not that much. This is 91.72. This is 92. No divergence, but divergence there. Want to see it below the 407. Let me check it here. I want to see it close below the 407.60 and even reach to the 406.80. So 406 below here, going for the downside. 1 hour chart, how it looks, moving as the same. I know it came back drastically here, and there is a divergence. So you can take the Fibonacci level. Let me check, and we do it for the SPY. Don't you worry. Go in here and here. If this is the pullback, next target, guys. So you know what? Let's make it for the SPY. See if I missed it. No divergence. You can see it, still no divergence, only in the Qs. So it could be interesting to see the Qs and the SPY fighting between them. Same momentum is start to be negative. I don't have any indication for the short size. If we check it here, it touched. I think this is the all-time high. Yes. 4.8, yes, let me check. 4.870, so it touched. This is the reason why you have some sort of resistance, and above free continuation because there is no sellers. But it's too stretch for the upside, the same as with the S&P. So this is one leg, big leg, smaller leg. Let me check something. Extension, let's see how it goes, if it touched, yes, it touched the 6180. So it's finished most of its move. It doesn't mean it can go for the 450. There is no divergence. Could mean continuation. Its Qs and spies are strong. And I don't have the indication for the pullback yet in the Qs. So continuation. But I give you the indication from what I'm looking at. So let's move for Tesla. Tesla was a good indication for the moving for the upside. Reject, reject, reject. Same goes here. Same. It's almost the same, so nothing much to say. Even though Tesla is much weaker than the Qs and the market and the SPY, and you can see it here. It ends on the all-time high, the 440. So it's much weaker. This is, I think, the main reason why we're gonna see the SPY and the Qs struggling. You're gonna check Apple soon. We have divergence for the upside, so probably we'll wait to see how it reacts to the 270 if it managed to close above, or moving for the 300 and even 322. At the moment in the 4-hour chart there is no divergence. Let me check. There is a reversal here, which it made it, and no here. So this is an inside day. So probably people will take it below the 251, 250 for the downside, for the 244 and even 240. At the moment, Tesla is much weaker. Didn't make that move, so probably can't touch the 250, 250. And you know what? I will wait below the 250 maybe to see if it closes below, to see how it can continue. Let me see. Below the 250, yes, can run to the round down to the 238, 239 for this area. Could be interesting. If I see it open with a gap up and creating a green candle for the upside, it could push here and you have the levels. So far I'm bearish with Tesla. I see it much weaker than the market. Apple. Let's check Apple. So you can see it all-time high inside candle. This is the weekly. Let's check it on the daily, and this is the daily. So you could see it with the SPY and the Qs. This last day was inside candle. This is a 3 red soldiers, so probably continuation for the downside. Do we see divergence? We can spot divergence, but there is no signal for crossing above. So be very careful with it. If we take it the Fibonacci from here, you can see it resting on the 50, so it can touch the 61, and then we're probably gonna wanna watch it for the move for the upside. So still momentum is positive. Don't get wrong. Even if we get another 2 red days, 3 red days, momentum is still for the upside. This is the reversal pattern. This is 3 soldiers, red soldiers for the downside. Be very careful with it. Let's check it on the 4 hours. You can see it here. So a lot of support from above, which is good. But what I see, this is a nice divergence with the momentum, the price moving up. Momentum is getting much weaker and start to be negative. So it can even cross and close below the support and trying to break for the downside. So let me show you. It can even do something. It can even do something like this. You can see the momentum. This is moving up. This is moving down, and then immediately, boom, for the downside and break. but this is a good in a run for the upside. Make it smaller so you can see this is a big run for the upside, so it needs some resting in order to continue higher. So it can do so again, so get prepared. Apple gonna be very volatile, which is good, especially in option if you like it. So far bearish on Apple. And Nvidia. When I mean bearish, remember this is a nice run for the upside. So the long term is a bullish. So I'm just looking for to make quick profit intraday with a bearish momentum. Nvidia, I thought that we gonna have some resistance, and you see it broke to the upside and immediately got sell-off inside. So this could be very interesting. I don't see that much divergence, and it didn't turn brown yet, and it didn't cross the 50, and we have divergence for the upside here. You can see it here. All right, this is moving toward the upside, so it could mean a push. Little bit confusing compared to Apple. So be prepared for the move for the upside, at least retesting the all-time high here, and see how it goes. If it make the move for the upside, but it will be and could be weaker, watch how the sellers react to the 500. Can be interesting in the 1 hour chart. You can see this is a big sideways move. All right, you can see it here. This is a big 450, 500 big side move. It look like a flag, and could be interesting. What we have here, nothing much, nothing much. Let me check it here. This is 80, 81. 85, 84. In the 1 hour chart, seems that it want to break for the downside, so could be tricky because this one give us indication it want to move for the upside, but this could mean, you check, this is 41, this is 40, this is cross below, so it could make another push for the downside and then try to break for the upside, and this is the entry for the long, and could make a move here and then trying to move higher. All right, so mRNA on Meta. Okay, so mRNA, we saw the divergence for the upside and indeed move. I didn't like this bounce up, sell off and grind higher, but good momentum for closing the gap at 198. So get prepared. Could mean a move 3 candle bar. Could be very interesting. Momentum is positive, and you see the volume came here, so a lot of support now. Even if it dropped for the 90, could be interesting for a re-enter for the upside. But I don't like mRNA. I don't like those moves. Meta move for the upside. I think yes. Move for the upside, we saw some sort of divergence and continuation for the upside. Momentum is positive, so it grind, but it seemed like it made a break and now it's struggling. So you don't have much indication, small one. So if it break here below the 64, could mean running for the downside, creating divergence for in the support area here for the move for the upside. We We saw the touch here for the 350 and it touched there, so could mean some sort of resistance and then pullback, small continuation for the 375. Interesting, because I don't know if the SPY and the Qs will do the same move. At the moment we saw the some sort of weakness and indication for the move for the downside, even though the momentum is for the up, the trend is the up, but in the smaller time frame it seems that the SPY and the Qs are ready. But you saw every time it was ready, we didn't get indication or trigger. So get ready, because I think Meta can do the same. Small pullback and immediately move for the upside. BA is a monster. BA is a monster. So sellers didn't manage to close below the 260. So if it closes, moving for the downside, probably for the 250. Intraday can have a lot of nice momentum there. You can see how it struggle. Distribution, accumulation, we still don't know, even though we see the sellers to stretch away in the 1 hour chart, to stretch away. But you can see this is the divergence I'm waiting for. So even if it's going sideways or move for the support area, it can bounce and move for the upside, which is good. But at the moment, divergence for the downside didn't cross yet. And people and sellers know that every pullback will get bought, which is good. Gold. Gold, we saw it strong for the upside, momentum for the upside, even though it make a bounce up and immediately sell off, which I didn't like this candle. I don't have much to say, because this is a big sideways move. Maybe shoulder, head and shoulder. So I don't know, resting on the 190 and then continue for the upside. I know many people are bullish on the gold. You can see it here, how it jumped up and immediately sell off. So probably some inside days and then an attempt to run for the 196. Let's check silver, if it says something else. Silver is a little bit weaker, but it dropped too much below. So probably people wait for close above or moving for the upside. And it's in bullish, guys. It's in bullish. Very interesting. You can see the candle there. If you check it on the wire, you see it resting, even though it's still, the momentum is still a little bit negative, but small divergences for the upside. So if it managed to close above here, probably push for the upside. Gonna be very interesting. We didn't have clear indication, but momentum start to be positive. Oxy probably positive. Yes, positive. Rejection from the 60 again. Will it manage to break above? I don't know. Momentum is big positive. We have some sort of divergence. Not yet, so it could mean continuation, weakness coming and then trying to make another pullback. Could be very interesting that if it managed to do so. 1, 2, 3 and small here, please touch the 53 and then trying to move for the upside, but still don't have indication. Positive here, nothing much. I don't like Oxy yet. see the big move for the upside. Rejection, rejection. This is a cross, which is not that good. If it manage and try to cross it, you can see it rejection and then coming back, retesting it. So at the moment, you can see it how it looks. If we look at it on the weekly, this is a big zone for accumulation and distribution, trying to take off, but seem positive in the longer term, guys. This is the weekly, so positive in the longer term. Not much divergence because it managed to break here and there. So probably sellers coming in. So if it managed to break the 67, can spike off to the 80. So IWM, the Russell. Russell was strong, managed to close above, and but I didn't like this close because I thought that if it managed to close above, why didn't spike up and take out all the stop losses? This is what was very interesting. You can see it here. Boom, sellers managed to close above and nothing. Where is the spike? Where is this candle taking out short sellers? Where is it? Weird and suspicious. Same goes here. Still strong flag and positive flag, guys. Not that much divergences. Let me check something. This is going down, this is moving up. So probably waiting for close above the 202 for the 205 and continue higher. Nothing much to say about it, which just positive and trying to be stretched like the SPY and Qs. So let's finish, guys. One last thing. Let's sum it up. Positive momentum moving for the upside. Big red candle we saw here, so probably gonna see the reversal coming soon, but any pullback immediately get bought at the end of the year, so probably gonna see in January some intraday inside days, small movement, and then at the end of January maybe we're gonna see the continuation for the upside. I hope so. At the moment, divergence started to give some sign. You can see it here. So it means a deeper pullback maybe, and it's good because it's too stretch. So if it's gonna rest up the 450, 460, it's all good. Why to buy at the 476 if you can buy it for in the 460, 465? In order for it to move and continue to the upside. Maybe I will try to give more ETF, like the banks, the finance, and some more, and to see which is more controlling the S&P, which is not. Could be interesting to examine them. And some, let me check, I think this is it. This is the new ETF that do some cover call and give you big dividend. And this is interesting because it was launched, I think at the end of 22. And see what happened. Not much volume, and then it started to get bought at the 14, moving up, and it basically negative 1150, let's say the average, and people bought it at the 15, 16, but they got a nice dividend. The payoff of the dividend is really good, above the 60% yield, which is nice. But it dropped drastically. But now it seems that it's gonna move for the upside, which is nice. Just 2 cents. I don't don't recommend anything. So if you're looking for dividend, this could be very interesting. And there are lots of covered call around those in Apple, in Coin, and stuff in Google. So we can look it up. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. Let's have a good holidays and trading days, and see you guys later. Bye bye.